got into a little bit of a debate with someone about Cop Block. They seem to think that Cop Block is an organization that is dedicated to, making cops look bad. I had to explain to this person that Cop Block is not an organization that goes out and just makes cops look bad. They're not like anti-cop. Pretty much the exact opposite. Like I have my own beef with a certain deputy around here, and that's what got me on board. I was always kind of thinking like, oh yeah, this is a good idea. Cop Block should be out there, and motorcyclist. And they seem to think that an organization like Cop Block is just there to make cops look bad. And I try to tell them, no, it's not just a bunch of cop haters. It is a well-organized group of civilians that go out and they monitor the activities of police, whether it be good or bad. And they're pretty unbiased when it comes down to it. I know, like right now, there is a pretty big thing going online that that truck looked like my truck. There's a pretty big thing online right now that kind of outlines. That is my truck, almost. Cool. There's something online right now that has to do with, a cop pulling out his gun and shooting someone instead of using his taser. And, he used that as an example. It's kind of like that that does nothing but show the bad side of police enforcement. And it's like, I have to remind people, police enforcement are out there to protect people. They're not out there to shoot people or, hurt anyone else. It's, they're there to protect and serve the public. So whenever it comes down to police versus, civilians, there's going to be some, opinionations. And personally, from my experience, a lot of cops around here are pretty good. It's just the ones that we're focusing on that are showing the negative side that need to be out of law enforcement. It's kind of like a doctor. A doctor goes to school for a long period of time in order to get trained to know everything about the body, and if he does something wrong, it's his license. Now apply that into some of these law enforcement agencies. They're doing their job. You got an organization following and recording the police activities. If they're doing their job, Cop Block is literally like an episode of Cops, which of course Cops shows only the good stuff, and they already know that they're being recorded. But when officers and law enforcement do something wrong, that's whenever they see the negative side. And those people that are complaining saying, oh, this is just anti-cop. No, the cops that are there are not being cops. They are the anti-cops. There's no reason to body slam someone in a bikini just because they're not listening to you. There's no reason to shoot a guy in the back like 6 or 7 times because he wants to walk away from you. Oh shit. Shit. There's no reason for someone to get shot when he's just trying to get his wallet to show you who he is.
Answer your license, please. Get a car! Get! Get on the ground!
I just got my license. You can't get my license. I got my license right here. That's my license right there.
Put your hands behind your back. 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 Put your hands behind your back.
What did I do, sir?
Are you hit?
I think so. I can't feel my leg. I don't know what happened. I just feel my leg.
Brakes on 8669 at 1052.
Why did you shoot me?
Well, you dove head first back into your car.
I'm sorry.
Then you jump back out. I'm telling you, get out of your car.
I'm sorry.
Those are unacceptable reasons on why organizations like this exist. Other than that, and if an officer does nothing wrong, there's nothing to incriminate him. And keep in mind that officers are specifically trained to have you incriminate yourself. They can lie, they can do whatever they want to and have you incriminate yourself. And all we do is just video the activities between us and the cop. Mostly for myself, it's me recording my interactions with police. But when you get a third party that's unbiased and recording the entire thing, criminals are going to look like criminals in the public eye. Bad cops are going to look like bad cops in the public eye. The camera doesn't lie. It's all there to be interpreted by the person that's watching it. So, it's my mini rant on, some of the feedback I've been getting on what people think of the organization Cop Block. There is law enforcement officers and sheriff that actively participate in Cop Block. There's an entire dedicated section for those people. Because even law enforcement officers acknowledge that law enforcement officers are getting out of hand. They're abusing their power, and it's mostly the young cops. The young cops that think that, they can control everything. They get power hungry. If you hand someone the ticket book and the ability to almost terrorize someone to a point of making them break down and fall to pieces because they're afraid that you're going to take them to jail, which does happen. They're allowed to, like they say, oh, we want to search your car. They don't have probable cause, but they just want to. And then they'll threaten, oh, you're going to go to jail. And it's kind of like that ruins people's lives. Like, you can't just call off of work. And the people abusing those powers, not all the police, just the people abusing those abilities, those are the ones that you need to watch out for. I agree with the police existing. That is not a problem. I have many friends that are police. I have many, look at my videos. There is one video where I have a cop dancing around my motorcycle.
So what is it? You just walk around a bike and say Solar Bear?
Solar bear.
Solar Bear.
Yeah, kind of like solar panel, but bear.
Okay.
So.
You want me to go ahead and do it?
Sure.
All right. 3 times?
Yep.
You got to say it the whole time?
Yeah. Solar bear. Solar bear.
Solar Bear.
Solar bear. Solar bear. Solar bear. Solar bear. Solar bear. Solar bear. Solar bear. Solar bear. Solar bear. Solar bear. So when I get comments or people in other chats saying, well, you're just being anti-cop. No, I'm not. I'm not being anti-cop. I'm just pointing out that bad stuff happens and not all cops are saints. And I'm not even meaning to say cop around here. I'm not saying cop around here because I have yet to come across actual cops that are bad. It's the sheriff deputies that I've had conflict with. And there's a very in particular deputy that still remains at large and doing whatever he wants to do to antagonize people. And basically, and the way it's working is basically as long as he gets a couple bad people off the street, he's not even looked at for the people he's tormented. And I mean tormented. This particular officer is spreading gossip and rumors about me, and they're complete fabrication. And even I can legally prove it, but I went to the captain and, it was just regular garbage, kind of like, oh, we'll investigate it, and nothing ever happened. So whenever stuff like that happens, and you've come across the cop or deputy or law enforcement in general that causes, you know, controversy, be prepared to go to the sheriff captain, like the sheriff himself or the police captain or whoever's in charge, and expect them to give you some line saying that, oh yeah, we're investigating it, everything is going to be investigated, and never hear back from them. I mean, that's my little rant for today, and I just wanted to get that out there. I have a link in the description. I'm an active participant of Cop Block. Holy crap, what are these bumps? These bumps, man. Don't know if the video caught that, but man, those bumps. Even knocked my mirror off. But anyway, there'll be a link in the description, you know, linking to copblock.org. It's for anyone that would encounter a police. Just make yourself legally known of what you're allowed to do. Like on the back of my cards, every single card I hand out has, you know, the basic rights of, you know, rights and tips of when you encounter an officer and they're questioning you about something. And, you know, take it to heart. Keep yourself protected. Even if you have nothing to hide, don't give them reason to search. You know, you have your own rights. Don't let people walk over them, because the second that you let people walk over your rights is the second that you give up your rights. And it's not fun being on the other side of the fence. I've been on that other side of the fence of being seen as a criminal and being thrown in jail and having the entire railroading process going on because of false allegations. So, and I got out of it. I got out of it. I was acquitted, and I'm pretty happy about it, because at least some function of the criminal justice system exists. Admittedly, they wanted me to take a dive and kind of, you know, admit to something I didn't do, which they're really convincing on doing so. But, you know, just have to have faith in the system at some point. And other points that you can control, like actually getting arrested and getting yourself incriminated, that's the points that you need to focus on most. I need to adjust that mirror. So anyway, I've ranted on way too long now. Once again, rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, Shadow out.